It's Madden NFL 23, and the spotlight is on Justin Herbert, as he's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the Falcons and the Cardinals, and it comes your way next.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Atlanta Falcons. Brandon Gardner alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Cardinals in this matchup. The bottom line, there are not many defenses in the league that seem up to the task to slow down their ground game. But this might be one of them. And in everything that they have said and done this week, they feel confident that they're ready.
And I like how you set this whole thing up, because it comes down to this to me. These first few carries, they're going to be exciting. They're going to be physical. They're going to be battles. Each side trying to establish control in this game.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffling. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
First play and a first pass for Murray. And incomplete to open things up.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. First carry for James Conner. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. This defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And no matter what's done through all that game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Herbert. complete to Drake London. And he'll get this one wide, just shy of the 45-yard line. The 21 yards here as he can go down for. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle to Beckham. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On second down, there's the option going left. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's thrown underneath to Algier. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So that Charles all season long right there.
And you know, I'm really excited about that. The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race. Now, this is end of the weekend in the NFC. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got...
He's got him in. Complete. The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
And here's Tucker McCann now for the PAT. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Calling no gain on the run. on there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll get this underneath to Madison. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. This is taken at the 18. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cards will take over first and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. Here's Connor on the read option. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now Anderson on the jet sweep.
Well, after that play, we're going to get a pause here, an injured player, and that's the tight end, Zach Ertz, in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Options galore here, second and a few inches.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. It's going to run up a third down.
The defense get to the quarterback that quickly. A lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and forced an incompletion.
And just nowhere to go for Connor. Defense gets to him and they mark him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
In motion left goes a tight end. Murray sets to throw on fourth. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. And the defense bit hard there. They were thinking run all the way, play fake, working to perfection on fourth down.
And it was able to work because of the down and distance situation. Fourth and short, you've got to respect the run. You show a little play action. Oftentimes you find people open for what you need, and that's exactly what they got done there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They run the option on second down.
He'll get 9 yards on the keeper there, but it's still going to lead him with a third and one.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge game, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Murray now to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
McCann for the point after.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
So out come the Falcons now.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert.
Got this complete to the tight end, Pitts.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago.
5 catches, 65 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Herbert now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 44-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 41, Herbert.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
After 1, a 14-3 ball game. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. And now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They'll go option to the short side.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete. The Cardinals at 9-5 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
To throw again on second down. Murray, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right? Whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. In this case, the feet, do a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He's got McBride here over the middle. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you got to come home when you see him drop back the throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Murray flips us forward on a jet sweep. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds is right at the 3. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Murray now. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. Again at the 25. Starting the drive with Algier.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Algier will try to pick it up.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. They'll roll him out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
On 2nd, here's Algier.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray going deep for Hopkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Murray a give. This is Connor.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons 34. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore.
And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
first down. Murray letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Well, we need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Got a man. It's McBride complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 2nd and 7, Murray. Over the middle, complete. It's Anderson. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive...
Murray fighting, lost the football. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. To throw is Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals are able to add on to their first-half lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Tyler Algier and the rest of this offense making their return to the field.
They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Herbert.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 50, here's Herbert.
Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now it's 3rd and 4. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first two quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And it's the Niners who have the lead as those two teams play the second quarter. Danny Gray, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we head to Hard Rock Stadium to check on the Dolphins at home in Miami. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. The Bills trying to hold on and claim victory. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Former number 2 pick Zach Wilson with a couple of touchdown passes. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to... for more one-way traffic here in the second half. It has not been a competitive game to this point.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC.
And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They would love to hold on to that, but obviously first things first. They want to clinch the division.
And that's what everyone plays for. Win your division first, guarantees you a spot in the playoffs, but still a nice spot to be in. Not as good as it was when the number 2 seed meant a first-round bye. That's all changed with the new playoff system, but still a nice spot to be in.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball. This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with counter. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, Was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Murray going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Anderson. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Murray now on first down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
After the turnover, here's Herbert.
Open man is Edwards. He's got it.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. Play action. It's Herbert.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Edwards. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Algier now up the middle.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On the counter, here's Algier.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Herbert. Escapes the sack. Flushed out right.
This pass is caught by London. He's got room at the 30. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards.
Algier going straight ahead.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Atlanta, Georgia's the spot, and glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, Herbert. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal.
Still yet to find the end zone. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade is going to happen, but good thought.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
From the gun, a give to counter. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
That's complete to McBride.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
And it will be Falcon football.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
Now, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football.
Looking left side, he's got it complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call.
So, roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Fitzpatrick. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. If they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. Now he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
from the gun. Herbert on third down. And this one complete to Reed. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. That's into the hands of Edwards. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. To the air again, Herbert. This goes out. The ball comes out, and the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. There he goes, left side. The 40, 20, 10. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. McCann now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert. Over the middle, caught by London. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back-to-back good plays, having on the move on 1st down. Herbert now. Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
A 6-yard pick brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, Herbert. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Cards are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
The drive will start with Connor. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings.
Connor going to get it again on second down.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on third down, Murray. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
And Murray's going to keep it.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Connor up the middle. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Connor. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Arizona.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They run behind center with Connor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second and 6. Here's a handoff to Connor.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That good for 19 and a first down.
And carries like that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing right here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And they take a knee. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan,